The plant pictured here is Wisteria frutescens, the American wisteria. Now this is not to be confused with your Chinese and Japanese wisterias. Those are much more aggressive, much more weedy plants. This is still a fast-growing vine, but it doesn't grow quite as fast as those other two. Now, Wisteria frutescens is going to climb by twining, and in fact, the torque of a wisteria vine as it twines around a structure can become so strong as that stem thickens over time that it can crush the support if it's not a strong enough support. So you want to be very careful about what you grow wisteria on. It's really better to grow it on something metal rather than something wood, because once it gets larger, it can actually crush a wooden structure. So it climbs by twining, and it is a vine. It usually gets about 30 feet tall in the landscape. Now, Wisteria frutescens has alternate pinnately compound leaves. We have a lot of vines with pinnately compound leaves, but this one is alternate. Many of the other ones are opposite. In addition, if you look at these pinnately compound leaves, they're going to have 9 to 15 leaflets. It's going to have an odd number of leaflets. If you look at these leaflets, they're elliptic in shape. They have entire margins, so they're not toothed on the margin. A lot of the other pinnately compound vines we have are going to have toothed margins on the leaflets. And if you were to feel the underside of this leaf, it would feel softly pubescent. Now, the inflorescences are 2 to 5 inch long racemes of pea-like flowers, and you can see those pea-like flowers here. Again, there's the large flag petal at the top, the two side petals coming together like the keel of a boat there in the middle, and then a bottom lip petal at the bottom. So typically these flowers are going to be purple, but there are white cultivars as shown here. So purple or white flowers with that yellow spot there in the center. We call that an eye spot. The fruits of Wisteria frutescens are elongated, twisted pods, as you see here. These pods have already opened, so you can see the seeds inside. And these pods are typically smooth with a little bit of pubescence on them, but not as pubescent as some other Wisteria species pods are. So again, long pods, brown in color when they're ripe, and twisted. Now, Longwood Gardens has released a cultivar of Wisteria frutescens called Longwood Purple. It was discovered by Pierre DuPont, and it was thought that this was his favorite wisteria. He grew many wisterias. He is the founder of Longwood Gardens, and so this selection was picked to become a cultivar because it's reblooming and it has a darker purple color to the flowers than is typically found in wisteria. Usually you have a lighter lilac colored flower like you saw on the very first slide. And so that concludes our discussion of Wisteria frutescens, the American wisteria.